Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Kenny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, assume position. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Playing around with my setup this morning and last night. So if you guys see this new backdrop, it's just a couple of stocks that we list, that we talk about. The only one you don't see on there is Tesla. I got to find a way to get that into the screen as well. But there is the ticker scrolling at the bottom. It'll have whatever stocks we pay attention to on the channel. I'm going to break down each one, talk about each one this morning. I just want to say thank you again. Thank you for a great weekend. Had a great weekend. Played a lot of video games for me. Went to work on Saturday. Got out of there. Went out dancing Friday night. That was a tough night for me. But DMV this morning, line wasn't long at all. I love that the DMV has a little like kiosk you can go to. You just walk straight to it. In the state of California, the DMV is like the worst place to go to. It's the equivalent of an emergency room. You're going to stay there. You're going to sit there for about 3 hours, 2 hours, waiting for your number to be called. It's absolutely terrible, but not any longer. And so I love it. I love it. And went in, got it, and now I'm back. So I was back in time, I guess. I mean, it's 9:51. I went live. Truth is, I was playing TFT earlier, and made it to Plat this weekend. That felt great. And why? Because I'm taking my mind off of investments. I'm going to tell you guys my mindset, and hopefully you guys can understand why I feel the way I do about GameStop and other investments too. First thing is you need to prepare yourself, like mentally. If you're invested for like a year, 2, 3, somewhere in that range, and you need the money now, maybe you shouldn't have bought in. Maybe you shouldn't have bought into things that you want to invest in. Trading out money for, let's just say, your kid's college tuition, and or you have to pay an allotment on taxes, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm going to make my money back really quick. Those guys that want to get in and out of things or swing, they're not really looking at the investments the way I do. I tend to invest well beyond whatever the macro is, but in addition to that, let's just call it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. When do I really need it? It's more like a retirement fund in my mind. I'm just creating wealth, building wealth. I'm not here to make a profit, i.e. tomorrow, today, because I don't put the pressure on myself. And I think that's what's healthy for me. Everyone has their own tolerance level. I'm well aware that I make a great living going to work, but as far as investing, if you can actually sit back and look at it, this is what I'm saying to all the AMC investors, Bed Bath & Beyond, Mullen Automotive, and numerous other companies that people want to get involved with. I want you to sit back and ask yourself, can you swallow, and then don't clip that part, pause, no. But can you take in the loss, right? Like if the stock dropped 50% today, would you be okay? Would you say to yourself, I got to get out of here? I have a stop loss put in, or are you going to be able to stomach that? And that's why I feel GameStop investors are just like bulletproof. It's like they're built of Teflon, because there's just no way that a reaction to the markets would crumble my belief in what I think the company is. Now, it might take me 5 years, it might take me 8 years, 10 years, 15 years to see exactly what's the outcome, but that's why you get to pick a couple of key stocks in your lifetime, and you're gonna be able to ride them out. Somebody said to me the other day, said, Marantz, why are you not diversified? And I said, what do you mean I'm not diversified? I'm diversified. I own about 3 things. And they said 3 things. Yeah, I have money with T. Rowe Price, I have money with Costco, and I have money with GameStop. Now, they're not evenly distributed, but why would I go diversify? Like, you're going to sell your winner to go buy what exactly? That's what I've never understood. For the guys out there saying I sold GME to go buy Bed Bath & Beyond, it's like you sold your winner to go buy something that could fail, that will fail, essentially. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sell my group of winners. I'm not going to sacrifice myself to try to catch something. And that's what I've been doing. So when you see GameStop, don't think, guys, that I just, whoa, look at GameStop. It's going to be great. And I just went up and sold every Costco share, took all my money and put it in. Now, I know some people did that. I know some people sold their positions, their houses, their assets just to put money in on AMC, on Bed Bath & Beyond, on GameStop. I know people did that. And that's what was scary to me at the time. And that's why my first couple of videos, I would come out and I'd be like, hey guys, I'm just putting in my lunch money. I'm putting in my lunch money. My lunch money's added up like really, really good, really high. And when I mean by lunch money, I mean disposable income, things that I don't need. Like today, put in a buy order, right? It's in the Discord. You guys see it. But that's like every day I try to find a way not to spend $25. Trust me, my wife and I, we have enough spending habits to where we want to eat, we want to drink, we want to have a good time, we want to go on vacation. Well, what my wife said was she wants to live a life that she doesn't have to vacation from. And that really touched home for me because, we live a good life. And if we're just able to sit back and enjoy the kids, enjoy what we have, then why not? But everyone out there that's looking for a return or that's mad about the outcome, like ask yourself, if Friday never happens, if Friday after hours never happens, are you happy right now that your stock is up at $5 and some change? I'm not even looking at the tickers. I'm just thinking out loud. But it's up at what, 570? Like this movement right here, look at this. Look at the chart. Let me go see if I can show it to you guys really quick. I have it over here. Sorry. I have a whole bunch of screens. So this right here is AMC. And this chart is not extremely bullish. This is really bearish on the way it is, just coming down. But this is a 5-minute chart. This is a 30-minute chart. This right here, if this never happens, right? How do you react if your price is up here from down here to here? Are you excited right now at 570? I mean, it's a 30% increase. Are you not just like through the moon and just like, you know what, this is where I want to be? Or do you know the truth? Do you know that you could have took profits after hours? You should have, and you shouldn't have ran it out because you'll probably never see it. I said it'll never hit $9. It'll never hit $10. I did say that. And it touched 8 out of a catalyst event. And that's the problem. The problem with this stock, with AMC, is the leadership and the ownership. And what I mean by the ownership are the shareholders. The shareholders are not invested for the future of this company. The shareholders are invested for a short squeeze. And they're ready to exit any moment. If that would have touched $10, I cannot even tell you how many people would have sold off. People think that they're diamond handing this stock. And they're not. They're holding on to the stock to sell because they don't want to be in it. That's the mindset. No one is holding this because they think it's going to be a great company and it's going to survive. They know what it really is from now on. I'll tell you what else you won't see. You see this chart here and you say to yourself, this would never happen, right? Like you gotta ask yourself, guys, does Adam Aron even write a letter if the chart doesn't do that on Saturday? Does he even write the letter to say, hey, we need this, you guys need to prepare yourself mentally? Or no, he doesn't write a letter. Not at all. I don't feel that. I felt that he knew he had everyone looking at him and his company, and he didn't want it to run. No way. Because the future purchase agreement that he had with Entura, that he has with Entura, it stands, and it only stands if Entura gets to convert their shares. Now, they might be in limbo and selling shares right now, but I'm telling you guys, he signed the death certificate for that company a long time ago with Silver Lake, with Mudrick, and now Enterra. He has a track record, and it's unfortunate that people are hanging on for it. So I just want you to know it really sucks. This idiosyncratic risk and or stock that is GameStop is way different, is much different than AMC. So AMC movie theaters, it is going up in price right now. People would tell you that it's coming down, but it's not. It's actually going up. If we ignore what happened to after hours, it is sky high. It is 30% up. I want you guys to reevaluate your position, your portfolio, and do whatever you feel is right for you and your family. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just letting you know this is an opportunity at 575 to recover some of those losses. Ape units, well, they're deemed worthless still. And people will end up buying them at $1.70. How could you not? You have the rest of the internet telling you the arbitrage effect is still in play. You have Markets with May, you have Tony De Niro, you have numerous other people telling you ape is the thing y'all need to buy. Not me. I'll stay away from it. You know, when I'm saying I'm looking at a couple of companies and I'm investing that way, and that's what tells me like how I'm going to be great in life, whatever it may be, like I don't care. You know, you could pick one security and hit, and you're rich forever. Like that's just the way it happens. So if GameStop's here one, awesome. For me, I have 3. But I will tell you this: we had these guys, woke capital, okay, buy into Playboy. GMEDD.com put out this whole thing about Playboy, and what they fail to realize in the industry that they're trying to catch is that it's power to the creators. And the creators of pornography, the creators of platforms for women are themselves. They do not need Playboy. The brand recognition that died with Hugh Hefner. These guys are trying to resurrect a short squeeze and a liquidity squeeze out of their position in GameStop. They're lying to you. They're lying to the people. They already bought their position. And they are a hedge fund. Woke capital is that. When they buy enough, and I tell you, I even have the screenshots to prove it. Rod claims that he's going to be running for the board of directors at Playboy. Rod has a lot of reasons to do that. The number one reason being maybe he's going to try to get laid. Who knows? But as far as making money, he's trying to make it money off the backs of retail, hoping they're dumb enough to buy into this shit as these guys unload their bags. Oh, and they will. They are the biggest stock pumpers and manipulators I've ever seen because they used GameStop as a launching pad for themselves. They used Ryan Cohen interview for the same reason. Had nothing to do with GameStop and retail investors because they're not investors. Rod is definitely not an investor. He actually has short position. He has puts, and he actively promotes puts, selling naked calls as well, and posts them in his Discord. Rod, you are invited to the channel anytime you want to defend yourself. I'm here. But I've had the conversation with you in public, and you acted like you didn't know what the hell I was talking about when it was time to have an argument and or a conversation, discussion about GameStop fundamentals that you claim weren't there. So, Rod and his crew, and rod is a verb, by the way. Have you ever been rotted? Remember I told you, guys with names that are verbs are not the one guys that I hang out with. I don't hang out with Chuck, Rob, I don't even know, Skip, and then Rod. There's numerous verbs, names. Bob, I don't hang out with Bob either. But anyway, back to you, Rod. I don't believe you. I think you're trying to unload bags on people. You've been buying in for 2 years on Playboy. I know that for a fact because I went and read about it on your Discord. I went back and read everything. Certainly they're going to ban me from that Discord. I'll just make another profile and go right in. It's wide open. They're idiots. And what did they write? They wrote, the crazies. They call us the crazies. They call us the retards. The believers, right? Because we believe in GameStop and you don't. You don't believe in Ryan Cohen. He says Ryan Cohen is just, it's people betting money on Ryan Cohen. That's what it is. And I'm just like, no. It's people that understand gaming and the industry and how it's growing. Gamers are extremely competitive and they won't give up. I won't. So, Rod, you played yourself, and you and your website. And if you guys see the results of it, they're crumbling over there, saying it took time, And he wrote, it took years for people to understand when we were writing about GameStop, and they finally came around. It'll be the same thing for Playboy. Good luck. I'm going to tell you why I call power to the creators. And why Playboy's obsolete. Because there's a website, Rob, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's called OnlyFans. And OnlyFans gave power to the creators themselves. And those women make more money than they could ever imagine. And that brand recognition trumps Playboy now. You know the logo. You know what OF is. You know what my other links means. Have you not seen it? Maybe you pay for it. I don't know. But I promise you, OnlyFans kills Playboy, both male and female. It's not even close. So, you're invested into something that I can officially call the next blockbuster. That would be Playboy. You got this one wrong. And I don't care what your metrics say. I don't care what your balance sheet says. All this bullshit that they're trying to put out to me. That industry is not there. People don't pay for porn, and they definitely don't pay for print magazines. So what's your intellectual property worth? What's your branding worth? The notion that they're pushing out is to have Rod get on the board of directors and force the CEO to quit at Playboy because he's in the way. He's the problem. No, the problem is Playboy didn't adapt. They came out with Playboy TV, and Hugh Hefner died. That's the problem. The problem is that it was taboo in the 70s and 80s. It was a thing to do in the 90s. But when Maximum Magazine came out, and you weren't ashamed to buy that, and it was just as good as porn, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I could watch Spice TV instead of Playboy Channel. Maybe the internet murdered Playboy because it's all free. Kim Kardashian beats your whole investment thesis by herself. She could drop a mixtape like a rapper, and you have nothing to stand on. They're with Vivid Video. They're not with Playboy. It's not an investment I'd be willing to make. I think it's poor in taste, and I don't condone it. But Rod and his crew decided to go the dirty path to make some money, rather than sticking it out with GameStop for the real movement. They talk as if they were believers in the movement. Have a whole website called GMEDD.com. When are you rebranding? You're going to put Playboy DD? I'll tell you what you get. You might get some old lady with some saggy baggies in front of you. But not me. I'm good. I don't have time to invest in a company that I don't believe in ethically and morally. I'm a GameStop guy. I thought Rod was joking when promoting it. No, he was not joking. They took over $1 million position in Playboy. And now they want everyone else to go rumble in there so they can sell off the back of you like they did on GameStop. Hell no. I do not agree with it. And Rod can come into this chat and this channel anytime he wants. And he's been here before. The door's wide open. Let it hit you where the good Lord split you. Next, we're going to talk about Apple. You know, Apple is a stock that I've been looking at for years. And I'm not a big promoter of Apple. I've always rooted for the little guy. I've always rooted for the Korean-born companies like Samsung, Daewoo, LG. Those are the companies I loved. Kia, because I lived in Korea and it had a big impression on me. And I wanted those people to thrive compared to North Korea. So I've always supported Korean companies, Korean gaming teams. You know, Samsung, what was it? Blue and white, KSK, and SK Blue, SK White. I can't remember. SKT. I forget their names, but it was on League of Legends, season 1, season 2. Anyway, back to me. Back to you. The thing is about these companies like Apple that can't lose. I'll explain why they can't lose, guys. This is tough for people to understand. Apple has a product that everyone in the world needs. You need an iPhone. I have an Android. I have a Samsung phone. I love my Samsung, but iPhone is extremely popular. But Apple managed to provide the world with iPhones, tablets, and watches. Every single human on this planet can have one. That's how many they have. And they did it at a fraction of the price. This is why they're sending off $1,000 product. It's this big. It's $1,000 and everybody buys one. That business model can't fail. Not right now. Not until new technology comes out or something better. It's hard to beat that. It's hard. And I'm okay. I'm okay. But if you know how to invest into Apple, if you're looking at it 2.5 years ago, when GameStop was in its heyday, Apple was $125 a share. I officially had 60 shares of Apple. I remember. I sold for a small profit. I got out, I think it was like at 132 at the day that I sold, and I bought more GameStop. Like, I remember that stuff. Because I said, man, if I'd have hung on to that, I'd be up what exactly? That's me selling my winners to get my losers, right? But what I was doing, and rightfully so, I didn't lose a single dollar. I was justifying what was my next move over the next decade or two. Is it a smart move to sell Apple to get GameStop? Probably not. But I believe in something on GameStop that I don't believe in on Apple. I think Apple is currently hitting the peak of their creative cycle. And everyone has a run. All of these companies max out at some point. Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch had a run. And the unfortunate part is they made one marketing mistake. And the marketing mistakes on this stock market, if you guys are not familiar, why I bring this up, it's because there's a thing called ESG, the Environmental Social Governance Score. Okay, it is the thing that America is using to control companies. Banks, i.e. financial institutions, are implementing this rule, this tactic onto certain companies and forcing them, indoctrinating how they should lead their company. Now, some people are not adopting this idea. I believe Tesla is against it, Elon Musk, publicly. But if you don't know the origins of this ESG and why Apple and all the rest of these companies have toed the line and got right in line, the FANG stocks per se, is because the Fed and BlackRock came out with this. Now, BlackRock, Smart Street, and is it Smart Street? I don't know. BlackRock and Vanguard for sure own every damn stock in the world. Basically, you ever go look at a stock, you go look at 13F, see who owns the stock. You're going to see BlackRock and Vanguard, and everyone's like, why do they own every share? Why do they own everything? Well, because they run ETFs. And in addition to running ETFs, they make their money by loaning out shares. It's not that they believe in a position. Whenever somebody says, ooh, look, they bought more. Yeah, because they're rebalancing their ETFs, guys. That's why they bought more. And or sold less. Whatever they do, they sell more. So you guys have to know that financial institutions using this criteria to facilitate money to companies forces companies to do things that they would normally not do. Your investments that you want to make are being skewed. The message they're pushing out is being skewed because of the money that's guaranteed on the book side of it. You can buy the influence. You can buy the power. I've said this before. So when you start seeing things like Disney, you start seeing things like AMC, like Bed Bath & Beyond, hiring the way they do, making decisions for the company the way they do. It's not just them. It's all the blue chips. Hell, I'm with the company that has a great track record. They're undeniable. Red, white, and blue, most American thing you can do in retail is Walmart, Home Depot, Costco. Sam's Club somewhere in there. But I'm just telling you, most American thing you can do. But they got to follow suit too. Everybody does. You got to toe the line. S&P 500, toe the line. But it's because private equity, hedge funds, they actually run the world. It's not you. It's not, I get to decide what I want to do, and anything's possible because there's always something at the top, money-wise, that tells you what you can and can't do. I have all the freedom in the world to be on YouTube, but guess what? I can't say everything I want to say on YouTube. They'll block it. They'll mask it. They'll shadow ban me like they already have. These investors are the same way. These CEOs are the same way. The CFOs, the COOs. I just want people to know the truth. Like when you say the market is corrupt, I mean, what isn't at that point? I think about that all the time. I'll tell you something else when I look at these stocks. The craziest notion is that, an election was rigged. Okay? Elections are rigged in America. So many people voted for this. You had dead people voting. You had all this nonsense. They go, elections are rigged, and an uproar, and it's all over the internet, and it's all over TV, and everyone's going to the election was rigged. Election was rigged. What about markets? Why is it that because an election gets rigged, people are in uproar? So-and-so got elected. Ooh, it's the worst thing ever. Is it? I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Bush or Obama or Romney or McCain or Dukakis or Clinton or Reagan. I don't care who the hell's in office. But you rigged an election? You think I'm supposed to be upset? How about you rigged the markets for the last 100 years? The financial markets of this world have been rigged for how long? And yet all you ever see is people just say, that's a good investment. Oh, he made a good trade. Oh, look at this company's going to thrive. Oh, look at the deal they did. Look at the backdoor handshakes they did. This merger. We're smoking cigars and sipping on whiskey. The good old boys. You're worried about elections being rigged, but not markets? Yet I'm supposed to live here. I'm supposed to be here, a freedom fighter. I vote one way. I lean one way, but yet when it comes to markets, nobody gives a shit. Markets are rigged, guys. Investments are rigged. I mean, what do you want to do? You can't win. How do you win? You play the fucking game they're playing. Then you act oblivious to it all. You say, I'm gonna buy something that's gonna go up. At what cost, man? That's all I'm asking, guys. You know why I buy GameStop? Because I read something. Larry Chang and Ryan Cohen, they said, this is why you don't get involved in political stances. When I heard that was like a blowback. That was like hey, Larry Fink, try this one out. You guys know who Larry Fink is? Larry Fink is the CEO and creator of BlackRock, the largest hedge fund in the world, manages the most assets under management, unbelievable amount of trillions of dollars under management. And what's the craziest thing? He actually is the chairman and founder of the UCLA School of Economics, right? Like their Anderson School of Economics. And so when you see graduates come out of that school and you know what they cater to, what they like, their main course of study is restructuring debt. I'm just like, wow, they're vultures. They go to this school, and you know how many alumni are from Drexel Burnham Lambert, and or faculty, guest speakers, honorary members, Drexel Burnham Lambert. They had at least like 7 people from that hedge fund are right there at that school. So at the same time frame when Drexel's going under, right? This is the craziest shit ever. Drexel goes under in 89, 90. And the whole world's crumbling because financial markets are distraught in the 80s because there was a lot of crime. There was a Boski issue. There was a Mike Milken issue. But at the same time, Larry Fink is sitting there pairing up with Blackstone, comes out with BlackRock, 1988, 1989. And what do? They go, they don't go public, but they become this huge juggernaut of restructuring debt creditors. And it's like, that's how everybody makes their money. They make their money the dirty way, the old, loan shark way. They loan out the money. They would have a sticky note on it. They said, give me back everything. And everybody's praising these that's what they're doing. I've had to sit here and listen about Jamie Dimon and how great he is. Yes, Jamie Dimon. Merrill Lynch, JP Morgan Chase, all the CEOs of every company, right? You've got Bear Stearns back in the day. You had Lehman Brothers back in the day. These big banks, these corporate banks, everyone's so successful. They made billions and trillions of dollars, and all the leaders of these banks all stick around and they all help each other out. And then you look at somebody like Larry Fink and you say, well, what the hell makes him so different? What makes Jamie Dimon so different? Jamie Dimon was indicted for insider trading with Mike Milken. He became I don't even know if he wore a wire, but he was part of it. Literally part of it. And yeah, he got away with it. And you know what they gave him? They gave him the golden ticket. He got away with murder, and he got the golden ticket. And people don't even talk about it. Now they hold him in high regard. Oh, Jamie saved us during the housing financial crisis. He was willing to buy up all Lehman Brothers stock at like $2 a share, whatever the crap it was. And it's like, that's a easy deal. That's a fair deal. That's a free deal. At the same time that's going on, BlackRock's in the background. Larry Fink's in the background making deals for the Fed. Fed saying, come on, save us here. Come buy some of this distressed credit debt. There's no problem doing it. They pick and choose who they want to put into the places where they're at, guys. These corrupt individuals at the top have direct influence on you and the way you live your life, certainly here in America. So choose your job wisely. Think about your investments before you do it. Really understand the company, the mindset, and where it's going. You know why Tesla thrives? Because they have a guy at the helm who doesn't give a shit about the establishment. If you're an established guy, if you're a guy like Joe Biden, 44 years, 45 years in public office, and yet you've managed to ruin the stance of America in the business world, you're giving away trillions of dollars. Your track record is yours. That's what you stand on. When I see Donald Trump, I think of a guy who's bankrupted so many companies, used the system, used taxpayers' money to get out of thing, and he always uses the phrase, I'm smarter than you because I don't pay taxes. Yeah, you are. You are smarter than me. Or maybe you're just fortunate enough to be around the individuals that can help you. You're smart enough to hire other people. Listen, I'm not saying one's better than the other. I just vote the way I do. That's one thing. But it doesn't mean that I trust anyone who's partnered up with all of these hedge funds. And that's why I go back to GameStop. You guys think I'm crazy? Like all the problems in the world. I don't care if it's Apple. We can name any of these companies that I have listed here, and then you're going to look back and you're going to say GameStop. A little different. Little different. Just a little. No private equity. No influence, direct influence from private equity. Ryan works for free. Everyone who's here wants to be here. They chose to be here when it comes to GameStop. Whether the price goes up or down, no one leaves. Oh, I've seen some people leave. I apologize. I've seen some people cash out, Rod Altman, cash out, collect their winnings, make a movie, make a doc, and say, oh, look at me. I'm so smart. Look at my next one. And I'm still in it. I'm thinking to myself, shit. If I would have sold Costco, watch this. This is how my mind works, okay? Costco hit all-time high of 400 something bucks in 2020. During the pandemic, it came all the way down in 2021 to $300. That is a hell of a retraction. My stomach turns. People retire. People run with the 400, the high. Or do you sit there for 2 more years, holding it, watching it, and then understand how this economy is running? You go, oh my God, $600 a share. Holy shit, it doubled from the 3 low. Right now, 560. Right back up to 600. So you never sell. I mean, it's just me. Maybe you just never sell. Certainly not if your company has a great balance sheet. You're the last legit, genuine person left. Screw all these grifters and pumpers. GME for the win. Black gloves, I appreciate that, man. I think the biggest part for me, like there's a saying, it's like the higher you go, the more your ass shows. Okay? And I think that a lot for a guy like Rod Altman and GMEDD They got propped up on this pedestal. They got bigger. They got stronger. Brand recognition. You got the executive chairman backing you, saying you guys are amazing. And now all you see is ass cheeks. That's it. That monkey's way up there. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Insufferable right now. You know what's crazy, Scott? I haven't read the chat once. I've been sitting here and I'm looking at the stocks and I'm not even really paying attention to them, and I should. I'm gonna talk about Mullen Automotive in a minute. I know a lot of people are in here for all the stuff. We talk about all of them, guys, by the way. But AMC has just pumped from 487 this morning all the way up to 619. It's now 620. It is absolutely tearing the world apart right now. Looking amazing. Look at this stock. And you ask yourself, when is it going to have this type of volatility? When is it going to have this type of run ever again? As I go more, I'm looking at the volume already. The volume is that 555 million? Is that what that? No, 184 million already on volume. Crazy. Just absolutely crazy that people want to play this game of this is going to go to the moon. Who are you paired up with? Like, what do you know about Asbury Automotive and the CFO that comes from them named Sean Goodman? What do you know? That they're private equity driven? It's hard for me to connect dots. It really was back in the day. Now it's so easy. But that's why Adam Aron gives himself away so often. Because in the mindset of a hedge fund, the mindset of a shorter, the mindset of, hey, I've been planted here to do a job. The job is to destroy this company. You guys don't think so? He used $50 million in a year for a failed investment in a gold mine and Nicole Kidman to be walking around in a commercial. Nicole Kidman made more money on an AMC movie commercial than she did over the last decade starring in movies. Hell of a deal for her. Aha. I would entertain you to say, you said AMC would be crushed on Monday. You were wrong again. I want to remind you of something. AMC touched, here, I'll do it for you, okay? You think that this is amazing? It went all the way up to 876, and that's on the 30-minute chart. From what I know, somebody was over here selling closer to $9, but you think 870 is great, considering it just dropped off an additional 25% from that high. It had actually touched half of that, which was going to be a 50% drop, a 44% drop from that high on Friday all the way to the Monday right now. If you don't think that's crushing, if you don't think this is diminishing returns, if you don't think this is a pump and dump, then you don't understand. You don't understand the stock market. Clearly. This is the problem I have with AMC and for people to think like the way you think. Do you realize people have been holding this stock for 2 years? That means people are looking for ways out. People are looking for their money back. This was not an investment for a lifetime. This was an investment for a short squeeze. Well, guess what? They've tasted it. They've tasted what it really is. They've tasted Adam Aron, and they said, I don't like it. For a guy who comes out and tweets and says that his company is thriving, movie industry is back, eat crow, all of that, I would equate it to a kid who spikes the ball at a touchdown and they're losing 45-0. And they score a touchdown and then they spike it and then they celebrate and say, yeah, look at me. I'm looking at you, Adam Aron. You're celebrating touchdowns when you're losing the game. That's the difference. I believe in the past there was some discussion in your live stream of AMC hitting 527. Any thoughts on this? Arvind, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I won't even go that high as far as what AMC could hit. I had a buddy a fellow YouTuber kid who was out here telling you that this stock could hit $140 a share, and it would hit all-time highs. And he said within the week, within the day, by Monday, and it was a Sunday. I still remember the day when he said this. This was back in January, February timeframe. And everyone asking the same question: Where's the 140? It's not there. And you won't ever. You saying $5.27? Yeah, maybe you missed the decimal. But 614, 613. There are people taking profits right now and getting the hell out of here. For the ones that have been brainwashed, the ones who watch AMC Bigums, the ones who watch Boss Blunts, the ones who watch Tony De Niro, the ones who watch Phil For Real, the ones who watch Scavenger. I mean, the list goes on and on. Who the hell is stocks and crypto at this point? Like, I don't even know where this guy came from. He's completely ignorant on the stock market. We've already put that out there. He puts out videos and it's the bells, the whistles, the background, his fake backdrop of a house. He had a fake backdrop of a living room that wasn't his. It was crazy. Like some $1 million house in the background, basically. And it was like, what are we doing? He went from 3,000 subs to 12,000 in 2 months. Either you're buying subs or the algorithm computers are hitting you for a reason. So you can push out the misinformation, the hope, the hopium, hit it right into the veins for these investors. That is how you're being manipulated from media. You know, people use media in a lot of different ways. I'm media. They're media. The channel, print. You know, I always think of Market Watch and these other FUD article people that put shit out. You know, media is used all the time. Adam Aarons learned to use media himself. So I've seen him be manipulated. The only one who can't get infiltrated is a guy like me. The reason why I can't be infiltrated is because I cut it off. Guys, I've been offered so much shit, and I just said, nah, I'm good. You know Mullen Automotive? You guys know the stock, right? Mullen Automotive. I think it's at like 13 cents right now. And was it 12 cents already? Is it down there? Oh, 13.05. There it is. So 13.05, it had touched down to 12.60. And then this crazy candle here, but it wouldn't matter. This is something that's going to the ground. It's going to the ground. This shit's over. And the craziest part, I'll go back to AMC, but I just want to talk about that. I want to show you Mullen for a second. Is because Mullen manipulates people via media. They use YouTubers, they use Twitter, they use certain language on their tweets. We're rolling out vehicles to the public. They don't use the word produce because they don't produce anything. But the craziest part is they're taking part in pilot programs to test drive their vehicles, but only on reservations. And I'm going to make the video, by the way, right after this live stream. But they're doing test drives on Indian ground. And I think David Mitri understands this. They're only doing it on reservations. Now, I live in an Indian part of California. We have tribes everywhere. We have 7 Indian casinos. It's you. If you buy a house in Palm Springs, you actually don't own the land. You own the house, but not the land, because you have to pay a tax to the local, the Indians there. And Mullen Automotive, they are doing road shows on reservation land. Does anyone understand why? It is because they are not EPA certified to operate a vehicle in the United States of America on our roads. They do not produce vehicles, not ones that are legal, street legal. You're better off driving a golf cart than a Mullen Automotive vehicle. But no one's telling you the truth, and I'm going to expose that truth today because I read it when I got here. A fake background killed my father. Peter, I have no idea what that means. Fake background should be made illegal, just my opinion. The green screen? Come on, guys. These guys want to tell you the weather next. I took a 35% loss on Mullen Automotive, mother effer. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. They're at 13 cents today, guys. They hit 9 cents. Once they hit below 10, they trigger the NASDAQ rule where they have to do a reverse stock split automatically or get delisted. They will do the reverse stock split. Mind you, in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, I'll still be here, guys. By the way, I'm on vacation for 2 weeks. It calls on golf carts. That's pretty good. in 2 weeks from now, they're going to do a vote. They're going to do their proxy vote. And their proxy vote is asking for a reverse stock split of up to 100-to-1 on reverse shares. They're also asking to move from Delaware to Maryland. I already told you the pros and cons of that. And if you don't remember that video, the pros and cons of moving your corporation from Delaware to Maryland is Maryland protects insiders. Maryland bylaws, state laws, statutes, whatever, allows you to do reverse stock splits without shareholder approval, allows you to dilute the float infinitely, and you don't have to answer. And then, of course, you cannot sue the insiders because they are protected to a limit. And there's just a lot of those little laws that are out there that I broke down in a video for Mullen Automotive for their investors so they know how to vote on the proxy. It does not matter, as a matter of fact, because I think that they leveraged out the vote via warrants long time ago. They knew that their warrants were going to get triggered. And so what did they do? They put a proxy out. Mind you, proxies are driven and run by institutions like BlackRock, like Vanguard. Because of the ESG, those proxies are voted one way. They have direct influence on what's happening to the company. You guys don't want to believe me? That's fine. Just understand that there's this thing called, ESG incentives. So I want people to know exactly what it is. I got scammed by the black inventor in Mullen. Lesson learned. Well, I wouldn't equate it to him and his skin color as to why you got scammed. Arvind, yeah, I call you Arvind, yeah. The reason why you got scammed is because you're a believer in anything. I don't believe in things. I'm a skeptic. I'm the worst. And it's because I've been through scenarios. What's the craziest part, man? Like, you hire somebody. I deal with this at work a lot. And I want to give you some experience here, guys. You'll hire someone and you'll promote them. When you promote them, no matter how ready they are for the promotion in that position, they haven't been through enough scenarios. And then you tell them that. So, you know what? You might be the smartest kid ever on book smarts and know how to carry yourself, but you haven't been through the scenarios yet. And they're like, well, what are you talking about? Well, I'll tell you what I'm talking about when it happens. And so they sit back and you wait for shit to really pop off, which it does every day. It could be anything. Like a scenario would be the equivalent of a tree falling on top of a vehicle. What do we do? Who do you call? How do you solve this problem? What steps do you take? You probably never had ever had that happen. It's an act of God. How would you ever be preparing yourself for that? But if you have had that happen, then you're like, oh yeah, I remember the last time this happened. And I'm just giving you a quasi comparison, but the truth is, when you come to see a guy like Lawrence Harge, and he comes out and says, I have this new technology that's revolutionary, that's going to change the world, and you ask yourself, why is he at Mullen Automotive if it's going to change the world? Why are you only taking a $5 million payout from a terrible company with a terrible track record if that's it? Because no one else filtered your phone call, because no one else took you serious, because you don't have a serious product. You don't mortgage yourself and your invention for $5 million. You're worth more than that, aren't you? $5 million is pennies for new technology. The kid who invented Instagram sold his idea and Instagram, which has been in turn been manipulated, duplicated, replicated, and expanded upon by all companies. Instagram was sold for $1 billion. Just the sheer platform at the beginning stages, Meta saw it, says, hey, we're buying that shit right now, $1 billion, let's go. That's an invention. That is something that's worth something. If you had something that the world wanted, that Saudi Arabia wanted $10 billion worth of product with it, if you had something that everyone needed, i.e. Elon Musk, Rivian, Lucid, if you had what it took for Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Nissan, they would all be there. And it wouldn't be $5 million. That is a big number to little guys and little dreams. That is a small number in the EV world and the automobile world. That's why those engineers couldn't figure out that it was a fake MacGyver-ish idea of 2 paper clips and a piece of bubble gum, and I'm going to make something that's going to change the world. That is not how this world works. What makes you think you're so much smarter than the rest of the world? And I'll tell you why. They have been trying to perfect vehicles, automated vehicles, for a long time. Then they put billions of dollars behind EPA, regulations and getting certified. Billions of dollars. And when you're at a company whose research and development budget has been $10 to $20 million a year, Lawrence Hodge is 50% of that. What the hell are we talking about? You got conned. The only difference between AMC and GME is $5 billion of outstanding debt. So it's a huge difference, but yes. BBIG is ready for 40% up. Is that what you just said? Is heading for 40% up. JJ305, I haven't done a BBIG video yet. Maybe I should do a connecting the dots and really open up your eyes, because I'm pretty sure I know what I'm going to find there. I'm pretty sure. I want to do a connecting the dots on Playboy. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm relaxing right now. I hope Mullen reverse stock split so I can get puts there too. Well, Peter, I hope you do that too, because you're probably going to need to. I seen a factor of Mullen in Mishawaka, Indiana. I live like 15 minutes from there. Well, good. Maybe you saw the dirty and dusty floors, and maybe you saw the lack of cars parked in the parking lot. Maybe you saw a lot of things there. Unfortunately, they're not going to be producing anything. They might deliver things, but they won't produce. And if you know the difference, well, then there you go. Sell it all today or suffer being wrong to me. Again, I don't give out financial advice to these clowns. I don't have time for that. But I'll tell you, man, I'm heartbroken for AMC investors. I'm heartbroken for Bed Bath & Beyond investors. And it's true. It's sincere, because I don't want people. I just want people to stop doing what they're doing. They're waking up one day and they're like, this is amazing, it's going to go. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, man. They don't understand. This is Gamma. $8, $8.95 after hours. And they don't realize that the option side of it closed an hour before. Like, there's nothing finished in the money. It didn't work that way. So all those calls that they thought were in the money after hours, they don't matter. Now you're looking at a new week, and guess what happened this whole weekend? People were ready to buy calls. So the minute the gates open, people are buying call contracts at $8, $9, $10, $12, all the way through, thinking this shit's going to run. Adam Aaron prepped them this morning, or he prepped them yesterday. He ruined everybody's weekend, by the way. He really did. He ruined your weekend. Didn't even let you enjoy it for a day. He was, let's just go shit all over these people real quick. Let's tell them what's really happening here. And then people don't even read it. What I mean by people don't even read it, they don't even understand what he's saying. He's telling you your company is bankrupt. It's not profitable. Did you guys see the tweet today? Adam Aaron's tweet today, just a couple of minutes ago, right before I went live, his tweet, I'm going to read it right now. I'm trying to get there. Maybe I should type in his name and then it'll come up. Adam Aaron tweeted, okay, this is 1 hour ago now. I've been live for an hour, hour 01. So it sure feels fabulous to see our theaters packed. This Barbieheimer, I don't even know what the hell that means. Is this the new thing that they're calling it? Yeah. Caused the busiest weekend at AMC in 4 years. In 4 years would be 2019. How true is this statement? Let's find out. Right here. Yeah. All right. So I have the financials for the box office. It's the busiest weekend ever, right? This is your daily chart. Mind you, AMC needs to average $30 million a day for the rest of the month to meet last year. Last year, right here, 1.1333. I don't think they're going to hit it. I don't think they'll get there. They have a week to do it. I just don't see them getting there. And the reason being, they've only broke 30 million once on a Monday, and so far I've been paying attention to everything per day. It's gonna be really tough. They're gonna get close, but even then, last year they operated at a loss. This year they're operating at a bigger loss, only because it costs so much money to run your business with interest rates the way they are. But we'll go to it. Let's see how much money they need to make, or they have made, over the last week. So 17, 22, 16, and 12. No day did they make over 30 million. And that was with Mission Impossible coming out just a week previous, and The Sound of Freedom. Did they make 30 million on those days there? They almost made it on a Wednesday. Mission Impossible, that was the first day that it came out. So the very first day Mission Impossible came out, they almost made it. I don't count the weekends. I just count during the middle of the week. I want to know what they make. Do they make $30 million? Right here on a Tuesday, that was Independence Day. That's the only time they made 30 million. Other than that, they have not. And that was The Sound of Freedom, by the way, guys, on that Thursday. Now, when we look here, remember, Monday through Thursday, that's what the movie theaters make. Elemental and Spider-Man. Didn't watch any of that. Maybe these movies are more popular than that. I'll even go with something else like this. This is going to be Monday through Thursday. Not 30 million, and that was The Flash and Spider-Man and Elemental. No $30 million days. Right here, any $30 million days? No, and that's Spider-Man. How about here, Monday through Thursday, $30 million days? No. Reason why I say $30 million days, Memorial Day does not count. It's 40 million. Little Mermaid, nope. Because I'm telling you that this theater is dead during the middle of the week. You do not get 30 million a day. So for them to beat out, and they can't, that was my point. No way. Look at that. Now we're close, guys. For them to beat out, I'm looking for 30 million on a day during the middle of the week. That would be amazing if they could do it. And I don't see one week where they did that. Oh, right here. Here's the last time they had 30 million. Super Mario Brothers, April 5th and 6th. So maybe they can do it. Super Mario's did it. Dungeons and Dragons did it. Oh, that was a weekend. Never mind. Shit. Didn't count. So Super Mario Brothers did it 2 days. I see they did it 2 days. Is there anyone else? Anyone else? Remember, they need 30 million for 7 days straight just to break even. And that's what I said I don't see happening. So I'm just checking every day, guys. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. Can I be wrong? It's possible. Not probable. Right here. Here's a Monday. Avatar. So that was Avatar on the 2nd of January, right after the holiday. So, yeah, so nothing. Only 2 days out of the whole year have you been over 30 million, Monday through Thursday. That's going to be hard to do considering. And we look at the monthly chart. I can tell you right now, they're going to have a hard time getting this 1.1. They used to have 1.37. You get 1.37, 1.37, 1.394, 1.3918. Like, those are amazing years, right? 1.3, 1.3, 1.3, almost 1.4, 1.3. Down year in 2014. Nobody saw Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. No, nobody cared. But as you can see, huge, just trying to get into that 1.2 range. But that even then they operated a loss those years. So I don't know exactly what you think is going to happen. They're going to be lucky if they can get to 1.1. And that's box office, domestic box office. Now, when we do the quarterly, which everyone should be paying attention to, the quarterly breakdown, you're at Q3 right now because July just started. Okay? So July just started, and they're already at Q3. They're huge, but the month will be over. And then you're going to have August and September, and you're going to try to get another $1 billion under your books. I don't know how they're going to get there. $1 billion is a lot to do per month, considering if you think about the months of August and September, they're not very busy months. But are you guys, I want to know something. Are you hitting these numbers? Think about this. 2.8, 2.7, 2.5, 2.9, 2.6, 2.52. You're never going to get to these $2.5 billion numbers. I just don't see it. Maybe you guys do. I don't. Considering last year they had all the movies in the world and they only got 1.9. If we're going to look at the monthly, just so we're clear, we're going to go by month. We're going to go to August. August. It's next month. The best August you've ever seen was $1 billion. So that'll get you at 2. They're not going to have the best August ever, I'll tell you that. But if you can compare it to the last 2 Augusts, you had 4 and 4. So let's just call it 500,000 for good measure, or 500 million for good measure. That means they're going to put themselves at around 1.5. And we'll go to September. September was even worse the last 2 years at 300, but let's just give them another 5. So they're going to be at around $2 billion. So you think $2 billion for the quarter would put you somewhere great. $2 billion puts you where I told you, nowhere near 2.8, 2.7, 2.5, 2.9, 2.6, 2.5, 2.8. No, it's not there. And Adam Aaron knows it. So the tweet that he put out, just so we're clear, because I only read like the beginning of it before I got triggered. This right here, he says, in the U.S., Saturday single day numbers were the 5th highest ticket revenues and the 2nd highest food and beverage revenues in AMC's entire 103-year history. Well, the food and beverage is easy, costs more money now. So if he's talking dollars, awesome for him, but he should be talking about units. You see, you can tell me how many dollars you've made, and it's the 2nd highest ever, but compared to what? Because we're talking units, Adam. Units tell me everything I need to know. Ticket prices can go up, concessions can go up, the dollar value can go up, but compared to what year and how many units did you sell that year? Because if I take you 2016, okay, 2016, and now I go fast forward, we're already at 2023, you're looking at around 7 to 8 years. Inflation is around 3%, so you need a 24% increase just to keep rate with inflation, and which I don't think you are doing. So if you are 24% ahead of the game, then that would be amazing. But the fact that you're only 2nd and 5th, that means that your dollar for dollar is not the same. Your units have to be more, not your dollars. I'm tired of him always saying, my dollars, look at the dollars, look at the dollars. Units are down. That is the difference. That's what you gauge. Whenever, I'm telling you, because I'm in the business of it, whenever you gauge it, you'll understand it. There are such hopeful signs of our eventual recovery in the years ahead. Now he's talking in years ahead. He's not talking eat your crow, here's my shorts, all this bullshit. He says these are such hopeful signs for our eventual recovery in the years ahead. But we should not let ourselves be confused by the euphoria arising from this weekend's box office numbers. Movie going in 2023 still will be well below 2019 pre-COVID levels. The writers and actors strike create uncertainty ahead, and cash is very tight. Yeah, then why are you spending it? Flying around the country. We will still have to manage our company with all our smarts and all our skill to get to the promised land. Yeah, that's what it is, Adam. My bad. It's the promised land. That's where we need to get to. The absolute promised land. What the hell was I thinking? What was I thinking? I had no idea that's what it was. Huh. This guy. The promised land. I got your promised land right here, little man. Right here. 601 on AMC, by the way, coming down. I told you. Simple pump, simple dump. That's the way it goes. Time to read the chat. Time to have some fun before I get out of here. Why am I getting out of here so early? I've only been live for like an hour plus. Because I want to play some video games. It's my holiday. I do have to run my 1 mile trials. Okay, guys, just so we're clear, I do run 2 miles a day. Right now, staying in phenomenal shape, trying to lose this weight. I'm fluctuating at 220. I hit 215, 216, 215, 216, and go balloon back up to 220 because I eat, I drink, a lot of liquids, and I eat, rehydrate, but it's okay. It's a good rhyme and reason. Now, my 2 mile run time sucks, okay? When I was in the Army, I was 50 pounds less than I am right now. I was 20 years younger, and I was running 12-minute 2 miles. Literally 12-minute 2 miles. Right now, I don't care. I'll tell you guys. I don't have a time trial better than 33 minutes on a 3 mile. 33 minutes on a 3 mile, 23 minutes, 22 minutes on a 2 mile. Something like that. No, I can do 2 miles in maybe like 20 minutes. But my 3 miles, 33 minutes. I keep track of that. But I've been keeping track of my first mile. And my first mile has been 9 minutes and 40 seconds. I broke it yesterday. I did 9:35. I don't care if you guys call me slow. I don't care what happened. I used to be fast. I don't give a shit. But I'm running. I'm moving this big frame, this old frame, up and down the road, and I'm going as fast as I can right now. I'm still fast in a sprint. It's just the mile marker time is really hurting me. I'm good for like 600 meters, man. 600 meters, I'm keeping pace with a 630 mile. I'm in there just, and I'm going to extend that to 800 meters today, I hope. But we'll see. I'm going to run a mile every day. Just, whatever. Miss me with the bullshit. You can join the Discord, guys, completely free. It's right there. As AMC is coming down, like I told you, it is a simple play for a lot of people if they know what they're looking at. That is not a stock that's meant to run. I'm just letting you know. The CEO won't let it happen. The investors won't let it happen. And I won't let it happen. I have Jedi mind tricks. Apparently, I control the stock. Bed Bath & Beyond, haven't talked about it today. And why? Because it's gone. 31 cents. I don't even care about no damn penny stock like that. It's tough for me. It's tough for me. It's tough for you. AMC is a better investment than Bed Bath & Beyond. That is hard to say. Oh, God. Good luck, AMCers. I'm buying GME. Sure. Even better day now that I'm live with the crew. Thank you, Snacks. I really appreciate you, bro. Miss you all the time. But I'm happy you're here today. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a nice day. Yep. What's good, fam? I know Stacks is in and out. He's doing some yard work. Put me on in your ears when you're doing that yard work, bro. Good morning, everyone, a.k.a. GME. Good morning, everyone. iCarly popping in for a bit. I appreciate that, miss. As always. Nobody wants to hear this song. That's crazy. Okay. I just play music whenever I'm here, so if you don't like it, sorry. How long till the uptrend? There is no uptrend, Austin. Or if you're talking about GameStop uptrend, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit for me. I'll be here. Adam Aaron's Enron's letter is even more proof he's a hedgy plant. Correct, Anthony Y. Which I've already been there. How are we feeling? We got to go before earnings, so all the chasers are late. Okay, I really don't care. Is TFT fun, or is it better to play Gods Unchained? Two totally different games. I would compare Gods Unchained with Hearthstone, another card game that I've played in the past. But TFT is a little different. It's a battle chess simulator game. I think it's a lot of fun for me. I really enjoy it. I'm really good. If I wasn't good, then I wouldn't enjoy it. Is that fair? Okay. I might even stream some of my gaming today. We'll see how it works. I used my work day today to research into shorting and long-term puts. Found out that it's not that easy, and I won't play that game. Long-term is somehow the safest play. Yeah, I don't even get involved in that nonsense. I played on short Mullen, and you planned on short Mullen and other shit companies, not GameStop, just to be clear. Oh no, you're fine. You don't have to explain your investments to us, Gunner. I'll tell you something though, bro. A guy like Rod, yeah. Doesn't even own GameStop shares and buys puts? Yeah, nah. I'm done with them. Diversification is for people that don't know what they're doing, said Warren Buffett. Yeah. I blame Soup for making shorting hard. There you go. Deep thought. You can always hedge your short positions with calls. There you go. Good morning, millionaires. Look at the AMC MOAS. Sadly, many are still deep in the red. Man, it sucks. Really does. Hit the like button to appreciate that. Busa Versa, I don't know what any of that shit means, but I know you guys do it. Yeah, so it's fine. TGT. Does he not know porn is free? That was the point. No point for Playboy to be around. Correct. Rod's going to free the nipple. Oh, Raiderbo. His own, probably. Theta is more substance to her manipulate as. Okay, cool. We know Leet. Influx of custies. No, not really. I thought Rod was joking when he was promoted. No, he was not. Downward pressure action has always been priced in to the options chain on Playboy. Bro, I didn't even know the stock existed until a couple of hours ago yesterday when I was reading their Discord. Marantz, how did the AMC lawsuit make it to the Supreme Court so fast? Anabolic steroid, I don't know. I just read the headline that the Supreme Court overruled it. So I don't know much about it because I don't really care. If I cared and I wanted to go into all the nonsense listen, the manipulation of AMC is from within. I wish people knew. They're using media. They're using YouTubers. They're using all the shit you read to manipulate you. Anabolic steroid, you would have never bought into AMC if you didn't watch YouTube, Reddit, and the rest of the bullshit. Never. Would you buy into the companies that you love based off of the fundamentals and or if you like it, right? I.e., I know I buy a lot of Procter & Gamble products, so guess what I should invest in? Procter & Gamble. I know I use this amazing razor, maybe I should invest into Gillette. I drink a lot of Coke, maybe I should drink Coke. I play a lot of video games. I shop at GameStop. Maybe I should invest in GameStop. I have a Costco membership. I shop at Costco and get all my gas there. They have great discounts and big bulk. And you know what? They're always packed. Maybe I should invest in the Costco. Like, it's all a visual thing. It's the micro, not the macro. And that's how you invest long term. If you know it, you buy it. I've said this for like 2 years, man. That's the way it works for me. Not much growth with Apple. Tesla is the grower for the next cycle after this bear market. It's your opinion. I'll go with GameStop. ESG is corrupt. Yes. Apple took over the music industry. Yes. 20 years ago. And with iTunes, and they overtook Avid in audio and video editing software with Final Cut and Logic overtaking Pro Tools and Avid video software. Well, there you go. Apple can't lose. Elon does well selling those cars made out of cardboard. Cool. It didn't go to Supreme Court. State Street. There you go. I said State Street, didn't I? Everyone makes mistakes. Yeah, I just repeated the headline that I read. That was all that was. Antibiotics sell your AMC today? I hope. Good morning. There you go. These guys are excited. Never owned AMC or Ape or GME or Mullen or Bed Bath & Beyond or any other meme junk stocks. Well, then why are you here, anabolic steroid? I just don't understand it. If you're not involved with, and you call it meme junk stocks, GameStop's not a meme stock. GameStop's, what is it? They're all the way down to the lowest they've ever been on market cap, right? This is the lowest the stock's ever really going to sit at, and you're looking at what, $6 to $7 billion of market cap. So what is it that you're mad about? Billion. So what do you own? Yeah, I know he's Kunta. I know he is. And the problem is he's a day trader at the bar telling the married women. And there's a married woman at a bar. That's the first problem. And he says, yeah, I hook up with all the married women at the bars in the middle of the day. Yeah, while you're trading. Larry Fink runs the world. Pretty much, Stacks. He said, get down or lay down. Yep, 4 for 4 winners in the CL futures market today. 1,800 banked. Now it's playtime. Well, good. Pay some taxes too, though. Don't forget. Marantz, brother, you're the last. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Damn AMC trying to be a phoenix from the ashes. Not possible. Adam Aaron at it again. What a guy. If AMC investors and AMC were dating, it'd be like, yo, investors, your boyfriend is a deadbeat that's always always asking for money. Scott Poland, that's absolutely true, but it would be more so he's a guy who gives you babies, bags, and then, of course, you don't get to collect child support. He skips town. Rod needs to update his profile picture. Who ate all the pies? Catfish videos. Oh, I don't know. RSI is very high in the daily. Sell your AMC today. Not financial advice. There we go. AMC going to 100 plus. Samuel Martin, I don't know what planet you live on, but there's exactly 1.4 billion shares represented by AMC via Ape and AMC. It is not possible for it to run the way you want it to run. And I don't think anyone's told you that yet. AMC $4 by end of the week. Pretty much. No pumping AMC. There you go. AMC is insufferable right now. Absolutely. Found out in last night's video that I am part of a cult. Damn you, Marantz. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Ravenstown, until we all wear the same Nike shoes and drink the same poison and try to kill ourselves in bed, we're not a cult, bro. All right? I'm just a guy, puts out some information, and just so happens people like to hang out with the guy who tells the truth sometimes. A lot of people hate him. Oh, they've come to love me, though. You know how many messages I had yesterday from people that were like, yo, Marantz, I'm going to tell you something, man. I've always disliked you until this video. And I was like, oh, they finally coming around. It only took them 2.5 years of me beating the shit out of Adam Aaron verbally. But yeah, dude, I've been talking about Adam Aaron and his snake-like ways well before anyone on the internet. Before anyone on YouTube, the internet, Reddit, everything. I was the first one. I challenge you to find somebody who made a video about him in a negative light before me. I challenge you. I don't think you can, because I've been doing it from my very first video. And to all the cats out there, all the new cats, just know I've been here for a long time. Every day. That's all I can tell you. If you're in AMC and make your own decisions, don't follow other people. Correct. Trump is cool. I like him. So do I. But AMC is slowly rising. Is it being completely controlled? Yes, it's completely controlled. It's just a pump and a dump. Ravenstown, have you heard about the savior, GameStop stock? Absolutely. Why is my ear? This ear's always itching. You know what it is, guys? I got old, right? And I got cut in my ear. And then it heals and the scab's in there and it annoys the shit. Don't ever get a cut in your ear, man. It sucks. AMC's at the high. It's time to take profit. Correct. You said AMC would be crushed Monday and you were wrong again. I'm absolutely right. It's crushed. It's 605, 604. You think those guys on Friday night when it was all the way up to $9 were like, oh, baby. AMC is a high. Take the profit. Thank you. Trump and Biden, both old windbags. I'm not wrong. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The countdown to Ryan Cohen doing to GME what he did to Bed Bath & Beyond. Like, see, something like that's just ignorance. Like, I don't even want to get upset about it. I just let it happen. I just let you say some shit like that. Adam Aron has never bought a share in the last 5 years of AMC. Okay? That's a guy who doesn't care about his company. When you think about Ryan Cohen, he's buying millions of shares and millions of dollars worth of shares. Certainly, if he's buying millions of shares. But the thing is, Ryan could have took profits throughout this whole time frame. He just bought more. He's a smart businessman. He's not about to get taxed double by just going out there and buying some shit. No, he's not selling. He's not rug pulling. He's not leaving. He's young enough to ride this out as long as he wants. This is his future. This is his wealth. This is his life right now. You know, people who put money in at this level, you know, this is Rod Alsman's excuse, and it's an irrelevant argument. He says the fraction of wealth that the insiders have put in does not replicate the other positions on the market. And he's probably correct. Therefore, they're not real believers in his mind, right? But I would tell it to you something like this. There's not enough in the world. There's not enough GameStop shares in the world for these guys to buy. That's what everyone fails to remember. If Ryan goes out there and tries to buy up his max amount that he's allotted to own, I think it's like 15% if I'm not mistaken. So another 2.5% that he can own. Do you know what the price would be? How it skyrockets? Did you see them buy a little and it runs up $7, $4? Do you know what would happen if these guys put in enough to get wet? We own the stock. GameStop investors, we own the stock. Every day I buy more. How about you? The Nicole Kidman thing, true, about more money with AMC, yeah. My grandmother knew President Biden, and I'm still voting Trump. Well, there you go. Did he try to smell her hair? I'm just asking. If you hate one, take a close and hard look at yourself. Yep, I'm a Democrat. Well, there you go. A lot of people are stuck in this AMC play because they got in a couple of years ago. I know a lot of people have cost averages in the 20s and 30s, so it has to go a lot higher to get even. Ron Perry, that is just painful, man. It's absolutely painful to watch. This is going to get a lot lower, unfortunately. My belief, off of all the research I've done, AMC stock will be diluting this float via APE, the conversion that's never come, and they don't have a choice. They don't even have a choice as of now but to file for bankruptcy very soon. And why do we say 2024? Because in March of 2024, that is when, March 1st, when the covenants go back into play. And when you default on the covenants of the bondholders, aka JP Morgan Chase, they will be shopping you out. You lose your credit rating, you go into default status, and it's collateral. It's just a domino effect after that. That should have happened this year. But the banks agreed to suspend the covenants as long as AMC had $100 million in the bank. Well, they're burning. Their cash burn is tight, as he said today. They're out of cash. I know people don't believe it, but you will when you see the balance sheet. They operate at a net loss of $800 million a year on cash alone. You think they can survive one more year? They're going to default on the current suspended covenant. You guys wait. It's going to be painful. And Adam knows it. So what does he do? He writes letters like he did yesterday to say, I told you so. Yeah, it's a legal binding letter. He's covering his ass, man. CYA. That's all that letter is. A lot of celebrities on strike and going to start doing meet and greet autographs and such at AMC movie theaters. William Broderick, I don't care what they do. I don't think the celebrity today is the celebrity you know. Can I give you the point? Who's the most famous man in the world? It's not a movie star. It's Elon Musk. You want to say the most famous influencer? Mr. Beast. People know who he is. My kids recognize him. My kids could walk past Tom Cruise and not know a single thing about him other than to say, isn't that short dude, Dad, who used to slide around his underwear? That's not him. That's not who they know. They don't know him. Celebrities are not celebrities like you think. Celebrities are reality TV stars, not movie stars. Kim Kardashian's only been in one movie and it wasn't in a theater. So doing autographs in AMC movie theaters is going to mean jack shit. I'm just telling you now. There's only so many Avatar movies, only so many Avenger movies they can come out with. That industry is for the select few that want to see movies in theaters. Period. There are movies in my lifetime that say, I got to watch that at the theater. Jurassic Park, case in point. Stargate, another one. There's been some other movies where I go watch them just because. You know, Sound of Freedom, 13 Hours, Benghazi. Stuff that I want to support, stuff that I want to throw money at. But I won't go and support movie studios in that format. I just don't. I believe in the past there was some discussion. There was. Who bought in the after hours? It wasn't retail. Moonshine Rider, I'm telling you, man. These guys think retail moves the stock. So many people. FOMO's coming. There's no such thing. You might be FOMOing in, but it's not going to move anything. Institutions move markets. Time to buy more puts. The whales switched temporarily from APE to AMC late Friday after they reset the algos. It's tough, man. Whatever happened to Trey? He quit. Trust me. Guys, can I be real with you for a minute? Shit, bro. What do you mean, can I be real with you for a minute? I'm always real, right? Let me tell you guys something, okay? This is how I know, like, who's going to make it on YouTube. Like Tony De Niro, he doesn't have a life. He doesn't have a real career, so YouTube is his money. It brings in more money, and that's how he makes a living. Mike the Marine, he did it for as long as he could, asking for money, but then he had to go ahead and leave. He had to go back to work. And now look at his latest video, the one this morning where he's whispering in his kitchen because his wife's going to kick his ass. It takes a true commitment from someone to be on YouTube every day and make it a career and or a hobby. I've made it a hobby, not a career. I go out there and I do videos as often as I can with the way my mind works, whatever's in there, whatever content I can create at times. But I don't let it run my life. I went to the DMV this morning, got breakfast, hung out with the wife this morning, talked about whatever. Said, all right, I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna go to the lab. I call it the lab. I'm gonna go to the lab. She goes, okay. She supports me. But the biggest thing for me is I see YouTubers like Ant Trades, young kids who don't have the work ethic, who don't know what it takes to wake up every day and be disciplined. I see all the flash in the pans. You know, Uncle Bruce is here every day because, you know, he's in Canada. He can't trade. He's a securities fraud guy, committed securities frauds, and it's known. It's been published. And he needs a job, so that's his job. YouTube, stock markets with Bruce, or cruise lines with Bruce, traveling with Bruce, whatever it's called. Two different web pages, two different YouTube channels. Some of these guys have learned to make a living by staying at home. I'll never make enough money in my lifetime on YouTube to pay for the lifestyle I have. It's just not possible, man. Because I won't commit myself to that. I won't sacrifice my family for that. But I'll do as much as I can, and I'll hang out with you guys as long as I can. But I promise you, these guys don't know what it takes to wake up every day and be disciplined and kick ass and take names. No way. They're weak. They're weak. You can look at them. You can see it in their eyes. Matthew Kors, he's got it. You know why he got it? Because he got a huge payday at the beginning of it, and he's riding that all the way till the wave ends. So, whatever happened to Trey? Trey didn't have it. Trey got a huge windfall and said, I got to get the hell out of here before I become a villain. He's already won. AMC is King Griffin collateral. Sure. It could squeeze if they get the celebrities to start buying AMC too. No. You cannot confuse and fool people into buying AMC. It cannot squeeze. Like, what is this talk, man? No, I'm not even going to get upset today. I said I wouldn't. The whales or the shorts. People can't tell that AMC is already at the top. Yeah, that's the problem. You guys, you cannot manipulate the stock. You don't own it. Bitcoin. Bitcoin took about 5 years for people to adopt the idea of Bitcoin. It took 5 years. And at the 5-year mark, every institution bought in. All of the Bitcoin in the world will be mined by 2140, somewhere in that range. None of us will be alive by then. But that is something that has a finite supply, will go up no matter what. You can't do shit about it. Good luck trying to buy it. I'm just saying. Because everyone owns it. Every bank owns it. And what are they going to do? They're going to dump their bags on you. They're getting the 10 bagger. They're getting the 100 bagger. You're getting the 2 bagger. You're getting the 3 if you hold long enough for another decade. You got there late. That's the difference. Onion News Network. AMC hasn't had many catalysts lately. This could trigger a huge run-up for them. You're wrong again. AMC has 0 chance to mow ass. It is still higher odds than Trump wins POTUS again. I don't know why they cut you off for something else. Probably. I don't know. Political percentages, but got a 50-50 chance. You obviously don't use RSI, otherwise you could see AMC is at the top. Yes, I do use RSI, and I could tell you that it is at the top. Well, it was. Now it's coming back down. Now it's really low. It should pop right now, according to this chart thingy that we look at. But I don't know. Anyway, back to the chat, back to the channel. AMC starts running. Isn't Hollywood on strike or something? Sure, that has nothing to do with AMC movie theaters. I wish people knew. I got scammed by the black inventor. No, you got scammed because you believe in things. GME is 6 months away from the OTC exchange. Okay, Loose Canyon. That's why they blocked you. I get you. Not even possible. They could shut the doors and pay off all of their debt and pay all the employees a severance and be fully operational and not take in one sale for the next 6 months, and they would still have money. Just so we know. AMC at $9 Friday. I think you can easily test that again. Samuel Martin, you don't know what easy means. Your definition of easy is a difference. The only difference between GME and AMC is AMC owns a gold mine. No, that was the $5 billion in debt that they're different. It's a huge difference, actually. Not the only, but a huge difference. Just bought my first couple GME shares. Lars, Vape God. Good luck to you, sir. I would tell you don't vape, but I don't tell you what to do. Do your best. Join the Discord. It's completely free. Come on in, Peter. You're welcome. And you'll see what it's all about. It's completely free. Almost 800 members now in the Discord. GME business model: used video games and overpriced gaming components sold on only. Not true, anabolic steroid. I actually bought 2 new cell phone chargers. So I got the cell phone charger, the C port, right? So I could have got it at Costco, they had two wall plugs, okay? Two. And that's this one, C. C is the hyper one, it's the fast one. So I could have got them right here. It's the C, little cord, whatever, boom, it's hyper. I could have bought this, two of these, for $35, okay? But instead, I went to GameStop. And when I go to GameStop, they're selling, oh, and by the way, no cord, by the way. No cord. Just the wall plugs. Two for $35 at Costco. But I went to GameStop. And because I went to GameStop, I went to the clearance section. They had their bin. And I go, do you guys have any chargers? She's like, at the bottom of the bin. I'm like, cool. So I go down there. I find the C cords. Okay, a 6-foot cord and a 3-foot cord. About the 6-foot for my bedroom, which I have it. The wall piece, plug into the wall. I'm a pro member, so I got 50% off of each one. Then I also got the carport C part and the cord, the 3-foot cord for the car, all together, $23. $23. I saved $23 by buying it. I got 50% off of the whole thing because I am a Game Pro member. Amazing deal. You tell me $23 and I got a car charger, car cord, wall charger, and wall cord. And that's amazing to me because whenever I go anywhere, it's always $30 for a charger, like a real charger, and the shit works perfect. That's all I want to tell you. Why are so many people from Ad Trades in here? Because he's not doing a show, because he's a loser. At least Adam Aaron told Bed Bath & Beyond holders the truth. Yeah, they went bankrupt, and it's because they didn't want to listen, just like everyone else. They didn't believe him either. No, oh, that they're bankrupt? They don't believe him? That they're going to lose every dollar? Shareholders? Yeah. They didn't believe their own company. Why would they believe him? Wait, so you're telling me these geniuses can actually think Friday's after action price was anything other than Antura repositioning? Oh, man, it was more than that, dude. It was absolutely wild. I'm waiting for some 13Fs to come get filed. The only difference between GME and AMC has cleaner restrooms. Well, Costco has the cleanest restrooms because you got me cleaning them, right? Like the guy said, this janitor. Marantz putting out a video saying Supreme Court rolled AMC. Oh, there you go. I just looked over the AMC is over $6. Insert Buzz Lightyear, new back holders everywhere. Yep. Rod gets no pussy. LMFAO. Claims he has a girlfriend, bro. He's a fat guy with money. So did you see him? He's kind of gross. By the way, he doesn't hang any of his pictures. I have plaques and pictures hung everywhere in my house. Thanks to my wife, though, not me. The great silverback Adam, the snake Aaron. Correct. Marantz just bought some more AMC. Wish me luck for quick bucks. That is a bad... Hey, you do whatever you want, Allie. Do whatever you want. What skill? It's funny to me that people buy AMC and Bed Bath & Beyond debt-filled companies. Yes, Leah. I totally agree with that. It is funny. All are smarts. Yep. He can fly around the world because he's sitting $23.7 million per year from AMC as his salary. Yep. Don't believe 9 minutes. Film it. Don't believe 9 minute. Film it. Okay. I'm listening. Thank you so much. Took me over 2 years to learn. Screw AMC. Do you stream gaming on YouTube? Yes, CTX, I do. AMC is running tomorrow back to $4. Moving the trailer to my spot today. Looking good so far. Good job. Hell yeah, Scott. Make sure you park it in the right spot as exposure. As the weather. Well, there you go. I'm up 3K. Good job, Allie. Do your best. Sell it. It won't last. Allie, no talking trades unless you can prove your position on Discord. This isn't a trading channel. Correct. Bring it to the Discord if you want to talk positions. I'm all with that. And here we go. Troy Stewart says, this is our time now to buy AMC strong. Buy. Shorts are in big trouble. Show the stock OCG some love. Hong Kong connection. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Oh, Adam Aaron made Ralphie paper hand at $9 right before the pump to 72. About 40% of AMC total float has been traded today. He barely even finished saying the word dilute. Yeah, Adam Aaron paper handed at 40. Can I get another invite to the Discord? Zero habits. It's pinned to the top of the chat. There you go. Tried the link. Doesn't let it get admitted. Oh no, I'll get another link right now. Here you go. I got another link. So maybe there, I put in the chat right now. You're fine. and 50 and 60 and 30 and 20. Correct. He sold at all levels. Get wet. We talking PCP? Gravis, you aren't fit for the stock market, bro. After listening to your guest, I confirm that there is no redacted documents in the Beth Beyond case. Posted this fact to PP Sub, banned by PP himself in less than 15 minutes. Mike Connolly, we already proved it. We already proved it that it gets redacted initially, but that they do become free and known to the world. What's the point for PP and them to ever find that out? Let them figure out their losses on their own. They're going to lose a lot of money. What do you mean? I'm shocked, Mike. You know what I mean. Bed Bath & Beyond investors, holders exist, so AMC holders have somebody to look down on. That's quite possible. You can't just click the link. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sure, GME keeps going up $4 to $7. That's why it's still at $22. It was at $15 6 months ago. It was at $15 6 months ago. It's at $22 right now. I'm okay. That's 90% PS, smart guy. Oh, there you go. You want to compare positions? Nah, I don't know why they say that, but I don't know what's going on. These guys are fighting. You don't stand a chance. My 4-year-old knows who Mr. Beast is. Thank you. Your kids don't know risky business. No, my son's 13. The little guy, he doesn't. Maybe my oldest son doesn't know. It's the battle for 601 today. Yeah, 597. Currently 604. Yeah, battle of 601. Not bad. Andrew Tate claims he's the most Googled man. I never looked it up to be sure. Now that's a good joke, Jesse. A few good men. Jesse, that is a damn good joke, Jesse. Jesse, I think that's the second joke you've got me now. You might be Rico, reincarnated, bro. Men in Black 3. Marantz, I dare to challenge and trades to a fight in a Costco toilet stall. Elizabeth Dub, if your name was really Elizabeth, I would talk to you. But no, I wouldn't really. But I don't think you're Elizabeth. I think you're a man. And what's there to fight about on ant trades? The guy is severely out of shape, and he's probably never had a real combat fight with a real athlete. It's going to be a problem, guys. Like I already told you, meet a guy like me, and you're like, I don't want to fight that guy. And I'm not the talking guy. This guy actually did a whole video of him showing his knuckles like this. Marantz, you see that drywall right there? It's not safe once AMC hits 140, bro. I'm like, oh, it's safe. That drywall is safe. Woo, bro. This dude. Don't forget to pick up your laundry, bro. I mean, around the house. I want your girl to slap you around. And his girl was like, can you calm down? Why? We're going to be rich, babe. Settle your ass down. Still not rich? I own Apple, Tesla, and GameStop hedge funds. There you go. What's your handle in the Discord? What's up, fam? How we doing? I made 100K on AMC because I AMC XBit. You fool. That's XBit. Leah Sandler is XBit. Yeah. YouTube ain't Marantz's career. Head Costco janitor is. Yeah. I'm the head Costco janitor. Yep. But I got guys like you, humongous fungus, and you don't clean urinal pucks. You puck up to urinals. That's what you do. But I got it, man. Don't worry about it. Gravis will never win against the negative cost basis. Double negative RSI. There we go. You guys are good at this shit. You guys are the best traders I've ever seen in my life, to be honest with you. Why do I keep coming back here for abuse? Gravis, I have no idea, but you're doing great, man. Most reliable sell indicator in the market. Because you know you're wrong and you're pushing yourself. And you're punishing yourself. Yeah, Gravis, I tell you why you're here. Because you've been hanging out with guys like PP and them. And then you realize they're completely wrong. And we've been right for a long time. Like, we have a whole crew that does a lot of research. And even when I put out stuff, they'll call me out on it. They'll be like, yo, Marantz, that was wrong. I'll be like, oh, okay, let me fix that up the way I'm describing things. But we actually hold each other accountable here. And they don't hold it over there. That's the biggest difference. It's easy to ascend just by GameStop. Marantz needs me to shill and get some clicks and views. I wouldn't go that far. I already proved the whole clicks and views point where they're like, oh, this is a dead channel, some shit like that. Made me laugh. Do double the views of the kid, and you wouldn't even know it because the catalog's too big. I got people watching everything in the world. They're running back. Let me go see what Marantz said a year ago. It's amazing. But you know what's never wavered, what's never changed? The delivery doesn't change. The message doesn't change. I never change. And I won't. So It's because it's who I am. I'm just myself on the camera. You still think Marantz cares about clicks and views? That's my point, Kyoto. Dude, I put out a video yesterday about my TFT shit. I probably got like 100 views. I don't care. I just wanted to show the world that I'm the best in the world. RSI gets wrecked when a stock runs, consolidate, and runs again. DRS, thank you so much for that. Nearly every live stream he does is demonetized. Correct. The AMC 8 determines the chart speed. The amp rating determines the chart speed. Sure. And so does that damn little cable, bro. I promise you. Yeah, you must not be a TA expert. Yeah. I bet you own BBBYQ, huh? No, he doesn't. Stop all that bullshit. Actually, where are you? Busy counting 2 Tesla shares and 10 GMEs. Man, we have the same people every week. These guys are funny. I have 25 shares of Tesla, which is good, and 2,300 shares of GameStop. Hi, dude. I'm holding 18K shares of Mullen Automotive, 27 cents. What's your advice? Run! Run! She's a runner. She's a track star. Oh, shit. 18,000 shares at 27 cents? Hold up. Wait a minute. Why didn't you sell at 32, dude? Like, what the hell? It ran up to 32 2 weeks ago. What were you doing? It's at 14 cents. You want it to go 100%, bro? Holy shit. Before a reverse stock split, before a proxy vote, you want it to go 100%? Are you crazy? Gia 90. You do whatever the hell you want to do. Holy shit. No way, man. I have more total withdrawals than deposits. There you go. I have no withdrawals. You can't mess. There you go. There's the Discord. It's pinned to the top of the chat now. Replace pin message. Boom. Everyone is born with nothing. Anyone with a positive net worth has a negative cost basis. Just saying. Actually, you have to withdraw your initial investment. Oh, yeah. I bought Tesla at $300 and sold at $1,300. This guy's the best trader ever. Marantz, is AMC crashing? Oh, wait. I believe it's been. Lynn, you already know the truth, and you know how I felt about it for a long time. He bought Mullen when it ran to 27 cents. Holy shit, man. You can't do that. Can't do shit like that, my man. Hey, my man. I always listen to the best trader of my lifetime has been ABC. Okay? ABC's been the best trader ever. That guy taught me how to go all in on my first investment of all time with $200,000. That's what I remember. So once I learned that, I'm reading some tweets really quick before I get out of here. GameStop Echo, quick language tip for you. Instead of saying, as in to say, you can say implying or implying that. Quicker and more professional. Oh, thank you. Implying or implying. Thank you, Carly. As in to say, did I say that? Wow. Maybe I should study the way I talk. She's got me wondering. It's always assuming when cowards tag me from behind a block. Oh, that happens every day for me. What are you talking about? I get blocked all the time, bro. Kidding? If so many people block me, why does anyone's job pet have to do with their intelligence? Oh, I totally agree with